Is this some type of watershed event, you think, or just? It's funny the way fundamentals sometimes match up with where you ought to be technically.
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes things line up all together. Turkey has been a worry in the emerging market space, and this is it's rallying. But overall, when you have the ECB and the Fed come out talking more dovish policy going forward, that's great for emerging markets. It weakens the dollar, and so it helps boost the economies of these emerging economies, but also from the perspective of a U.S. investor, the currency translation. So think about it. Last year, Brazil was up 15% in local currency terms. From the EWZ, which is the ETF that tracks it, was flat to down 1%. So you get the added juice of a weaker dollar boosting your overseas returns. And when you look at it, emerging markets, the EEM ETF is at the same level as that 12 years ago.
Exactly.
And so it's been, I mean, it's been pretty much a lost generation for emerging markets, and that's the time you want to step in and buy these things. Valuations are relatively attractive versus developed markets, and they definitely have more demographic trends working in their favor in the emerging areas. So from a real long-term perspective, it's a positive area to be looking at.
I can't see how it could get any better for them. I mean, it's amazing. It's been a lost decade. I mean, this is the easiest money has ever been. And this is a time where you wouldn't have to worry about rising rates somehow, derailing economies in all these places where they're so sensitive to either a currency fluctuations or rising rate. Why hasn't it been better?
Well, we've had a strong dollar, and that's been one factor impacting things. So, I mean, when you look at emerging market performance relative to the U.S., it closely tracks the performance of the dollar. And when you have the dollar in a rally where the dollar hit its lows in 2008 and it's been trending higher ever since, that's why you tend to, and that's right around when emerging markets peaked. So that's the key you want to look for is the currency. And if you think the Fed is going to continue to be more dovish going forward, you want to look at emerging markets.